Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Ashes to Ashes. Last time around we had Slim to Gnome. Yes, that is what I went with, and I am sorry. But, so we had basically a case of this guy who was raping prostitutes and then slashing... Well, okay, hold on. It's not just prostitutes. But raping women, cutting their breast, calling them impure, murdering some, attempting to murder... He tried to murder another. It was a whole thing. There was a whole thing with Alex talking about how, you know, there's so much prejudice within the force about prostitutes and stuff. And then basically at the end they caught the guy. And it was very interesting, basically. That was not my greatest recap ever. So, yeah. And unfortunately, it did involve gnomes to some degree, which is why I gave it the name Slim to Gnome. Also, there was a really good moment with Ray, actually, which was really nice. So, yeah. Yeah. With that said, let's go ahead and see what sort of pun we're going to come up with today. Oh, speaking, though, of names, did we actually check the name of the last episode? I don't know if we did, so let me go check that real quick. Nothing changed. Oh, that's right. It was Nothing Changes. That's right. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to check. I forgot about that. So yeah, Nothing Changes. Haas. With that said, let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Ashes to Ashes. Here we go.
It's for Alex, my boss's daughter.
But she loves it.
I forgot about this dude.
Well, she's worth every penny.
Thank God the only thing my daughter shares with you is her name. I'd be ashamed if she grew up to be like you.
Are we doing a lot with this
Everything is
today?
Significant.
Whoop. Wow, right under the tape. That was good.
Excuse me.
What the hell?
Excuse me.
What's happening? Well, great job, Alex. What's happening?
My name is Alex Drake.
Okay, and the body's been stolen.
Taking me back.
I'll have the spaghetti.
Of course.
Is she on a date with him?
Complimenti of the house.
Oh. Luigi out here being a wingman.
Buon appetito.
Oh, shit, I want bread.
Thank you.
Thank you, Luigi. I want him to be played by Bruce Campbell, and he gets, like, they get the ring and stuff. I am French.
We're not.
Of course.
Don't worry. Luigi's a bro.
RWF, the regular diary entry.
Every week.
We know what it stands for.
RWF, Revolutionary Workers' Front. Grew at the core of the International Workers' Front when they split from the United Socialist League a couple of years ago. They say they're anti-revisionist, but I class them as Trotskyists.
Wow.
Dad's always been a union man.
Yeah.
Good job, Shaz.
They have meetings at the Red
I
Lion
fucking love
just
Shaz.
once a day.
Oh, is that her house? But yeah. You know it's gonna be weird showing up unattended like this. Or unannounced. That is a terrible way to have a stroller.
Inspector, I'd almost given you up. Come in.
Oh. She was expected.
My daughter hates it. She's not here. Where is she? France. School trip.
Wow.
I remember that. When I went on the school trip to France. Boulogne.
That's where Lex has gone. Bonjour, je m'appelle Alex.
Duh.
Practice. I
No.
think I managed not to cry as I waked her up.
Wow, that's only the second time I've ever heard Alex shortened to Lex. I never shortened to Lex. Alex is already short for Alexander. Her old bedroom. I mean, it's one of those things you kind of give a pass to, right? You know, I guess with Marty McFly, he wasn't born yet, so that was part of it.
Yeah, but she's not an idea. She's my girlfriend.
What is that? What is girlfriend?
Well, someone you go to the pictures with.
There has to be an equal connection based on more than just sex. All that does is physicalize the inherent power structure.
Oh my god,
There
this is
has
the
to be
wrong
more
man
to
to be
open
talking
that.
to about this.
Well, we both like Kim Wilde.
Look, I'm not going anywhere, and you're not going anywhere.
I'll show you an instrument of the state if you don't start giving me some sodding answers.
Threats and bullying. First resort of the fascists.
I am trying to find out who murdered this man. If that makes me a fascist, then Heil bloody Hitler.
Nuh, damn.
No.
Yes, but what does the box of chocolates represent?
I like him for chocolate.
It reinforces your stereotypical gender role as provider. I will provide for you. Be my mate.
But she's more than a mate.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to get into debate on that. You know what, Alex, you need to come help this, because this is crazy.
Booker! Mate, I don't bloody know.
I don't bloody know. See, I unplugged my landline.
Artemis, goddess of the hunt. Good work, Viv.
That you, is it? Goddess of the hunt.
Sounds like a potent symbol of female power.
Listen, have you two
Oh.
seen anyone hanging around watching, keeping tabs?
What? Like surveillance?
Yeah, like surveillance.
You gotta ask these two.
Which one's the rabbit?
He is. Rabbit's the target. So, tail takes the front. How are you going to spot it?
Yeah, that is totally me. I don't know.
Secrets from
Needed to check it out first.
Are they training?
What, without telling me? She could be a bloody suspect.
He was an odd job, man. It didn't seem that important.
That is not your decision to make.
The two of them are
Caroline
training their
Price is involved in any way
surveillance.
whatsoever. You're the one pushing the Scooby-Doo bollocks. What are you doing?
I was practicing.
Nuh.
Oh, not bad.
I never. Who'd have thought?
Give me this.
Wait, what? Who? Is that? Oh shit! Oh my god! I thought about that, but I didn't say anything because what the hell? Well, this will be awkward. Ah,
How can I help?
very awkward.
Miss Price, we'd like a word, if it's convenient.
This is gonna be rough.
I think it's much simpler than that.
Yeah, that points to motive, doesn't it?
Said I wouldn't give him a penny.
Oh, so your husband knows?
No. No, he doesn't. He's in the States, and I've been waiting for something to happen.
Your lucky day when he turned up dead.
How long?
I mean,
Going on?
Plenty of opportunity, though. Friend of the family, he's always around here.
He's
Late
fucking
nights with
seething.
studies, cheese and wine. Let's have another one, Evan. Daddy's away. I know. Let's do it. Let's do it here on the floor. Was your daughter asleep? Was she sleeping upstairs while you were shagging her godfather?
I don't appreciate.
And I don't appreciate your lies. You are a bloody liar.
damn. I mean, yeah, Christ, that's a fucking crisis for her. Perhaps a blocked out memory. Fucking Evan. And your daughter is with him.
Do you think that she bleaches her muff?
I said take it down.
Yeah, it's not appropriate.
What?
Victimising that woman. That kind of picture just objectionably.
Objectifies.
Objective.
Women, yes.
Thank you. I want him to like have cue cards or something.
She's been with Tim since they were at university. I don't think she's ever been with anybody else. I got the impression that it was just something that she needed to do. A release.
But why are you taking this so personally?
I'm not. I'm not. I just think it's a terrible thing to do, to betray your friend like that.
I know.
That's why it's over.
I don't know. Oh shit, that guy. Oh yeah, the body. Jesus Christ.
DC Baker from Kennington.
Well, he might have had a reason to.
The only DC Baker from Kennington is a 25-year-old woman. This DC Baker was a man in his 40s with a moustache.
Okay.
We have to do this.
If they're prepared to walk in here in broad daylight, they're probably...
They went to another place to talk.
They, who the bloody hell are they? Red's under the bed. I'll have a little talk with this Templeton woman.
Dad, those codes. I think I might have got it.
Nice one, skin.
God, there's a whole conspiracy that I'm not understanding.
Followed by numbers.
What the hell? Okay. There's something significant about that.
You found something.
What?
Artemis.
Artemis.
Exactly.
A document that proves the government were testing neutron bombs. He was killed before he could pass it to me. What if I'm next?
Ah, that's been moved.
You told me you didn't know that Kennedy worked at Edge Hampton. I told you he may have mentioned it.
They just walk in.
How do you know Sarah Templeton?
Tim represented Sarah and the RWF on several occasions.
Sarah?
I dealt with some issues for them. Edge Hampton isn't just the building you see on the surface, it has underground levels, named after defunct tube stations.
So these could be directions.
Maybe.
Okay, folks, I am really trying to keep up on this.
Please be careful.
So does this have anything to do with taking the pictures?
Give you the money.
Even if you gave him money, what I've been saying by getting it for you is that you can't fetch your own independent marathon, so that you're not as able as me.
Oh.
I'm handicapped.
No, you're a woman.
Wow, that's actually working to his detriment now. That's hilarious.
Getting caught rifling through a government vault might prove a little tricky to explain.
Nuh.
Even for a man as suave and as silver-tongued as my very good self.
Yeah. It's a bit odd for a DCI to be here, I think.
Nothing gets in, and nothing gets out. Sound, for instance. And air.
Yeah. Carbon dioxide.
What time did you get to the meeting?
I don't know about
Don't lie to me. Where were you before that?
Home, work.
I said don't lie to me.
Oh,
You
damn.
met Kennedy. You met Martin Kennedy and you killed him. No. We found fibres from this jumper under his fingernails. What did you hit him with? A hammer? A rock? Is that it? You picked up a rock and you smashed his head in. Doesn't take much to break someone's skull. You hit it right and it cracks like an egg.
Damn, Ray.
It's easier to hurt people than you might think.
Oh, shit.
Do you fancy a cuppa? Not that I'm trying to patronise you. It's all right, love. I understand. It's all right.
Works like a charm.
Is there anything else you want to tell us?
Is that a Pac-Man mug? That fucking rocks. I'm trying to like piece some of these things together in her visions, but I can't. You know, a sealed room with a lit fire is probably not helping anything.
Oh, dear Lord. If this is a test,
Meh.
I fear I may fail.
This is gonna be so awkward when they bust them out.
Oh, no.
Fall onto his sweaty body.
Jane.
Are they,
I told you not to touch it.
Bloody hell. It's Wonder Chris.
Sorry, love.
Meh.
Hero.
It's Wonder Chris. Whew. Let's get the hell out of here.
So we came to an arrangement.
What kind of arrangement?
I slept with him. We're at war. Any means necessary. And he found something and he said he'd give it to me, and then when we met, when he came to it, he wanted more. He wanted money.
So he showed you the sealed envelope.
Was there anything in it?
No.
So, I mean, this guy extorts people. Or did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Good night.
Night.
I'd walk away from him.
Would you mind?
Oh, this
Too
guy.
inventive. We locked onto Kennedy quite late. Didn't think he was serious. What scared the floor was the thought he might pass something to the Russians. May I?
Why did you take the body? That coffin was lead-lined, wasn't it?
There was the remote possibility of radioactive contamination.
We needed to make sure Superman couldn't see into it.
Oh.
Alright then.
What did you find? What difference does it make?
So what are you? See you're a D-cup.
Alright. Okay. Well, that was involved. That was a very involved episode. Goodness. Okay. I think I got it. I was... oh god. I was a little lost for a little while, but... Okay, here's an issue, though. I don't know what the hell we're gonna do for a pun for this episode. But, at the very least, I think we should name this episode Artemis. Let's see what we got. The Missing Link. I mean, that's not wrong. But, could have gone with Artemis. Could have gone with Artemis. Oh well. Okay, that was a really involved thing, but I think I figured everything out. I think I've got it. So, okay. So, Carolyn Price used Sarah, you know, if you're not an idiot. No, I'm kidding. But they were saying Sarah, but she specifically said Sarah. Anyway. So, Carolyn used Sarah to use Kennedy to infiltrate the fucking thing. Whatever the fuck it was called. Edgehampton, that was it. So, she used Sarah to use fucking Kennedy to infiltrate Edgehampton. But then, Kennedy is a blackmailer, so he took the pictures of Carolyn and Evan and then was going to blackmail her, and then basically was renegotiating his deal with Sarah for more money, and then when she wasn't going to pay, he tried to rape her, and in self-defense, she hit him. She hit him with a blunt instrument, and then he fell off and died. Okay, I think I got it. And the conspiracy was that because he was getting close to the answer, that the British government they were the ones that killed him. But no. Okay, I think I got it. Wow, jeez Louise. Jesus, Luigi's. This is fucking crazy. Okay, I was lost for like 90% of the episode. It really wasn't until the end where I finally picked up on what the fuck was happening, you know? Like, I can't fucking Spot, get out of here. Oh my god. yeah, it took me quite a while to really get what the hell was going, because I was just so freaking confused on, like, okay, so why did this guy, like, do this? Like, why did he specifically, like, why did he get the pictures? Like, if he's doing all this stuff, why did he get the pictures? Like, why did he take the pictures then? But I get it now. It's because he's specifically a blackmailer. Okay. Took me a little while, but I'm there. Okay. So, notes. Let's go ahead and jump into the notes. Okay. Excuse me. So the stolen body. They did that. It was a lead-lined coffin because there could have been residual radioactivity from him. Hold on. Let me skip past all the Evan shit.
Would you mind? Aren't you inventive? My respect for Her Majesty's police force has increased enormously since your little adventure.
You poked your sticky spook fingers when I didn't want them.
You got your murderer, and greatly reassured us all, I might say. We locked onto Kennedy quite late. Didn't think he was serious. What scared the flock was the thought he might pass something to the Russians. May I?
Why did you take the body? That coffin was lead-lined, wasn't it?
There was the remote possibility of radioactive contamination. Nothing to worry about. Docs gave the all clear.
What do you want?
Rather awkward. I hardly like to bring it up, but there seems to be something missing from the vault.
Okay, so they took the body because of the radioactivity. So basically, they didn't take Kennedy seriously, and then he died. He died, and there was the remote possibility of radioactive contamination in the body, so that's why they took him. That's it. Okay. Why did they take the evidence specifically, though? I don't know. Okay. Interesting thing I like about this, and this definitely harkens back, I feel like, to Life on Mars. The whole thing where Alex is bringing up conspiracy theories, basically, or she's just, creating a bunch of theories, and Jean is just not having it. I kind of like that. That did feel like something like Sam would do, where, Jean would say, no, it's a cut and dry murder. And Sam would be like, no, you have to, I don't know, it'd be something like, oh, you gotta see the bigger picture, Jean, So that was interesting. I like that. And yeah, it makes sense even now into not only the second series, but also now into the 80s, where Gene Hunt, no, he's still, like, I like that nothing has really changed about how he, does his work, basically. Like, everything he does is very consistent with how he was in Life on Mars. Maybe he's a little less brutal than he used to be, and there have been moments of, bringing up evidence and stuff, but at the same time, yeah, he pretty much sticks to his guns on a lot of things, so that was very interesting. Let's see. We did have the visit to the Price house, which I will say that, credit where it's due, Alex did play it relatively cool. She brought up a couple things, but, like, I like when they mentioned that, kid Alex is in France on a school trip, which that sounds friggin' awesome, by the way. Like, I'm sure she's at some sort of bougie private school or some shit, but that sounds awesome. Like, let's take a trip to France. You know what we don't have in America? France, you know? We don't have that in America. We're too big to have France, you know? And no school takes a trip to, like, well, even just another state, not let alone the only 2 countries that border the United States, you know? So that's pretty cool that she's on a class trip to France. That sounds fucking awesome. But anyway, but I like how it's like, oh, well, she's on a class trip to France. And Alex, present Alex, says, oh, I remember that. I remember when I went to France for a school trip. She played that very, very good. Being in the room, you know, we can cut her a bit of slack that, yeah, that's her childhood bedroom. You would be like that. And I will say she played it off very well. Even, you know, finding the diary and stuff like that, you know. She played that very, very well. Now, the whole thing, you know, when they're confronting Carolyn about the affair and stuff, she is friggin' seething. You can see it. She is friggin' seething with anger. But, at the same time, it's not... Like, she plays that very well. And, obviously, it's completely warranted and justified. Like, yeah, I don't friggin' blame you for that, you know? Let's see. We had the RWF. What did that stand for again? It was something specific. Let me see. I love, again, though, that Shaz brings it up, you know? Shaz really just is the fucking MVP. Okay, here it is. Revolutionary Workers Front. Alright. Fucking Shaz, though. MVP is Shaz. Like, with every episode, she is so useful. And honestly, I swear to God, she is like 1,000 times more useful than Annie ever was. And it's so weird to think about that. But honestly, she kind of is. Like honestly, if at the end of season 1, Shaz became the next, you know, WDC, I'd fully be on board with that. Hell, she contributes more than Chris, honestly. So yeah, so the Revolutionary Workers Front. Oh, hello. Well, here's the explanation.
The core of the International Workers Front, when they split from the United Socialist League a couple of years ago, they say they're anti-revisionist, but I class them as Trotskyists.
Man, she even has a classification for them as Trotskyists. That's hilarious. And amazing. And cool. And I fucking love Shaz. God! Shaz is like my favorite character so far. You know? Alright. So, I guess aside from Jean. I mean, Jean's everyone's favorite character. Let's just be honest about that. But Shaz has definitely made it up. So, I like it. So, yeah. We had that. I did love when they brought in everyone from the meeting. That was hilarious. And just the different, you know... Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. I freaking... not to spoil anyone's dinner if you're eating anything, but... Oh, my God. I tried to contain a burp, but a little too much came up. I gotta stop eating fucking Cool Ranch Doritos before I film. Shit is horrible on your breath. Oh my God. Anyway. What I was saying. I love how they were dealing with... How each of them were dealing with that. So, you know, the one girl just was not giving her name, which was hilarious. And then the other one was teaching Chris. I love that. See, the whole thing of like, oh, you know, the box of chocolates and like, oh, that represents, you know, your gender role as a provider and stuff. And thus Chris did actually learn from that, which was really good. And yeah, when Shaz is like, well, come on, can you just like help me out here? And he's like, no, if I do that, then yeah, I'll be doing it for you, and that's not right. And it's like, dude, you can help out a friend. Like, that's not, I love how, like, literally he takes that. It's hilarious. Like, he won't even, like, like, it's okay to help people, you know? Like, it's okay to be helpful without, you know, being labeled a fucking pig or anything. Like, I don't know. Love to hear what these, you know, what that woman thinks of, like, Jonathan Joestar, the gentleman, you know? Because, yeah, there's being, like, you know, I guess, you know, there is a part of that where it's like, well, you know, some women, they don't need men's help. They can do everything, yeah, and that's true. But there's nothing wrong with a man being a gentleman, you know? But they have to be a gentleman. And Chris is, well, he's the most gentlemanly person. He's the most gentlemanly man there at the precinct, so. Do they call it a precinct in Britain? That's a good question, actually. I'm definitely going to need more water before I do Better Call Saul, because I am drinking through this. Anyway, that was funny. We had the whole thing of surveillance, teaching Ray and Chris surveillance. I love that. It's funny. And then, yeah, everything about the pictures. And okay, so the affair, it was a short affair, apparently. It sounds like maybe they only did it, you know, well, it seems like maybe they only did it a couple times, but it is over, apparently. But the affair, because Tim is always out. Tim is out a lot, and according to Evan, it seemed like Carolyn just needed a release. So, there's that, and it's not something either of them are proud of. It did end, and it's interesting, you know, because they both say, it's like, well, I'm not proud of it, and she even says, I don't want to hurt Tim. You know, I don't want to hurt my husband. It's like, well, if you don't want to hurt your husband, don't fucking have an affair. Like, and I know clearly it was a moment where it's like, wow, it was a lapse of judgment, and they do feel horribly about it, but if you don't do it in the first place, then, I mean, for God's sake, if you need a release, fucking, I don't want to get too indecent about this, but shit, we're talking about an affair and a creep taking pictures anyway, so how much more indecent can we get about this? But instead of having an affair, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. Masturbation exists for a reason, you know? Fucking do that. Get a fucking, you know, I don't know, you can, it's, like, that's not cheating, you know? Just fucking go get yourself some nice magazine, you know, go when you're not having to take care of a child, first of all. Go do that, get your business done, get it out of your system, and then when your husband comes home, then you take advantage of that, and then there you go. You'll get your fucking release. You don't have to fucking cheat on your husband for this, you know? Just go. You have a hand. Go use it. That hand is your birthright. Go use it. But if you try, I mean, that's the thing, is that I guess I'm looking at this, you know, what is the logic of this? Is there any fucking logic to having an affair? You know? It's like, yeah, I fucking, like, it was a stupid thing that they did. You know, it was a very unlogical thing that they did. They said that, so. Yeah. I want Alex to stay the fuck away from Evan now, though. Like, I hope they're not setting it as like, oh, well, now everything's fine and they're gonna get together. I fucking, like, why don't you date Shaz? I don't know. Shaz is a much better person than Evan. Shaz, our friggin' golden girl over here. Why don't you go date her, you know? I don't care if she's already taken by Chris. Hell, I'd rather have Alex go for Jean than Evan at this point, you know? And I don't want that to happen, by the way. Can we just say they've kind of teased that the last couple episodes? they're kind of teasing this relationship between Alex and Jean. I don't want that to happen. Can we just say that? Can we just go ahead and say that? Anyway, yeah. Then there's the whole thing of MI5 and infiltrating and getting the information on Artemis, which was interesting. I did like the good cop, bad cop. Again, another good Ray moment. He managed to do something without injecting someone with cocaine. So he's clearly gotten better in the years it's been. But yeah, I did like that. I will say, Ray seems to be getting along with Alex better than he ever did with Sam, you know? Which is very interesting. Like, I think he does slightly, like... Well, I mean, I think underneath there was some level of respect for Sam. Maybe not a lot, but a little bit, you know? But at the same time, it's like, I feel like he and Alex honestly get along a lot better, you know? Well, I mean, it doesn't help that it was always a three-way pissing contest between Sam, Jean, and Ray, you know? With Ray always making sure not to outpiss Jean, but always trying to outpiss Sam. We've really gotten indecent here, haven't we? Ugh. Anyway. But I did like the whole good cop, bad cop thing. That, you know, Ray goes in there. A good way of emulating Gene Hunt. Going in there and, you know, saying all this. Like, oh, what kind of blunt instrument do you need? You know, it's very easy to hurt somebody. Chris goes in as good cop. And I like that Chris says, like, why can't I be bad cop? You know? So, I really did like that. And so, yeah, so the whole thing that is just that they basically put all their eggs on a blackmailer. And yeah, it just didn't work out. So yeah. I guess that's pretty much it. I feel like there was more to talk about, but I don't know. It was a very interesting episode. It was a little complicated, but in the end I got there. I was a little confused, but I had the spirit. I will admit. Yeah, it did take me, like, for a good chunk. I was really, really trying to pay attention and get through this. And you may have noticed, unless I cut these out, that a lot of my reactions when they'd be like, oh, so this and this and this, and I'd be like, that, like, most of the reactions was that, because I was really struggling to put all the pieces together. But I think I got it now here at the end, so that's always at least good. It was a really good episode, just a very, very, like, you really got to pay attention in order to try to follow this, you know? So, yeah. But that's not a bad thing, so. But yeah, that is basically that. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Ashes to Ashes reactions, as well as another playlist for all my Life on Mars reactions. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.